Survival Tips for Empaths by Cherokee Billy. Let's start out with what is an empath. An empath is someone who feels what other people are feeling. Being an empath means you were born with the ability to enter someone else's aura and explore another person's feelings and experience of life on an intimate level. Much of the time this is done unconsciously. On the upside, you know what it feels like to be another person, so you're often great at relating to others. Empathy is also a psychic gift, and you can use it to read other people. On the downside, you are like a sponge, who is often wet and full of other people's emotions, the conscious ones and the unconscious ones. It can get tiring. Plenty of people are empaths without knowing it. When this is the case for you, you always have the feeling that you're weird, unusual, different, that you have sensitivity issues that other people don't have, but you're always sure what they are. Let's see if you can relate to some of the following. An empath is highly sensitive, cautious and highly conscientious, easily shaken up and distraught by changes, tend to be cooperative rather than competitive, rattled in stressful situations, perform poorly when being watched. Empaths are gifted with a range of psychic abilities, very introspective, usually but not always have a rich inner life, prefer extended periods of time alone, drawn to the arts and music, tend to be very easily moved to tears by expressions of beauty and intensity, as well as images of horror and violence, feeling the world suffering on a large scale and wishing you could do something to help. Find it difficult to watch the news or distressing images because you feel the pain of the people you're watching as if you're them. Shyness is a big part of an empath. Empathy can make you somewhat self-conscious as you're very aware of the effect your words have on another person and what they're thinking and feeling in response. A tendency to say yes to the requests and demands of other people, almost as a reflex without thinking about whether you actually want to. A great tendency to put your needs last or serve others at your own expense. A liking for distance in relationships and for solitude. This occurs because as an empath, intimacy and closeness is your default. But when you don't know how to stop yourself from exploring other people's auras or feelings, you need some space on your own where you are not around other people. Feeling an affinity with the animal kingdom. When you're an animal empath, you can get a feel for how other species experience life, and you are able to relate to animals on a deep level. Some people are plant empaths, so the same is possible for plants. Empaths are usually deeply spiritual people, simply because the gift of empathy allows you to experience oneness. This in turn gives you an expanded perspective on other people and on life. If you related to some of these signs, then did you know you can control these emotions? It is possible. Instead of automatically exploring the aura of most of the people you meet, you can turn your empathy on only when you need it. This will make your life a lot lighter. Here are some steps to coping with empathy. Centering yourself is probably one of the most important things you can do. Center yourself as an energy management tool to learn to turn off your empathy in the moment and to train yourself to be more centered in general. Raising your awareness of empathy triggers. Find out what it is that triggers you to feel. Understanding which situations and people trigger your empathy at any given moment. Moving from unconscious empathy to conscious choice. Understanding why you may not be turning your empathy off. overcoming limitations, beliefs, and unconscious choices around empathy, and setting new intentions for the management of your energy. As you can see from these steps, you can start learning how to cope with being an empathic. But ultimately, how far you want to go with this will depend on how much your empathy adversely affects your life. If you are an overactive empath, this can be a minor problem for you, and you won't be motivated to follow what I'm going to recommend for each step along the way. On the other hand, if overactive empathy has been something that has affected you for a long time more severely, you'll want to consider the suggestions I'm about to make. First, schedule time with you. Spending time alone creates the space needed to release emotion, energy, and stress. This helps you to center yourself. Centering is when you close these energetic openings and bring your energy back to you. Positive affirmations. I know you've heard it before, but talking to yourself is very important because your subconscious self hears these messages and will respond. Short messages that train thought patterns, and examples such as, "Let me receive what is for my best and highest good at this time." One of the main things I like to do, I call shielding, is placing a protective shield of white light that is around you and encasing you in a bubble. This white light is from the divine source and can be tapped into and used anytime you need it. Whenever you feel negative energy, put this white light all around you. See it, and instantly you're going to feel a stop of many of the emotions you were picking up from others that were penetrating you. It's important as an empathic person to start each day and end every night using the white light. I have written an article on this and also made videos that you can check out on using the white light. One of the most important things that I find is daily chakra cleansing and balancing. Doing this daily will keep your energy field free of negative or unwanted emotion you must clean out, and balance yourself daily. Rebalance them by bringing in energy that will create alignment and balance. Often empaths suffer from the lack of mastery over their solar plexus chakra. Unmanaged, it absorbs energy from everywhere and is hypersensitive to the outside world. Managed, it creates instant stability and inner strength. I can privately teach you how to cleanse and balance your chakras, so if you want more information, you can read it on my website about balancing chakras or contact me. Again, centering yourself, aligning with spirit, and get out of the ego. Try to live in the moment, and whatever emotion comes up, express and release it. Release all emotions to the divine spirit. The most important thing as an empath you need to do is love yourself. You are so caught up with others that you forget you are number one. Be gentle with yourself and know that many others feel what you do and that you are not alone in being an empath. Always remember that you are special, and with proper care you will not be affected so deeply by others and be a blessing in this world. If you need help learning how to protect yourself spiritually from others and deal with being an empath, contact me, Cherokee Billy, and I will teach you methods to protect your empathic self and still be able to help others. You can call me at 866-563-3997 or contact me through my website, CherokeeBilly.com. Thank you for listening, and may you be blessed now and always.